full disclosure, there's people that say that they've claimed their kid, and the app says that they've claimed their kid, and they don't get it. It's, they're talking about like all these features, and I was like, yeah, the claiming thing is probably the worst. In terms of consistency, some people it works for and some it doesn't. And then the other thing that constantly goes in and out is like sometimes it's just won't load. It's uniform across all the people that are logged in. So I'll get a text from somebody and be like, sound's not working. Someone asked me like, oh, did you watch it? I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, I was cutting out the whole time. Yeah. And then they'll be like, we'll have somebody pull it up so that's the sound. It's like, that's going to be an arbitrary sound. Sometimes it's just what's really there. They're pulling it off it, but overall, it's cool. When it works, but it's not a perfect app by any means. Welcome to some Tuesday night scrimmage hockey. We are out in Buffalo facing off against the Buffalo Bison's 15UA team. Starting forward line for WYHA is Sydney, Bree, and Charlie. Natalie and Vivian on defense. Got a pass across. Charlie's going to take it up through the neutral zone. Sends it to the middle to Bree. Shot from Vivian towards the net. Went a little wide. Fed behind to Sydney at the boards. Buffalo's player manages to sneak it past. Vivian on the back check, though, manages to shut her down. She tried for a centering pass, but Buffalo wasn't able to take possession there. Charlie clears the blue line, and we'll get a shot here. Nice shot, a little high. Held in the zone by Vivian. Buffalo retakes possession. We now have the line of Scarlett, Ella, and Zara out. Scarlett on the forecheck. Vivian holds the zone. Buffalo retakes possession, playing a little bit of ping pong behind the back of the net. Scarlett retakes possession, over to Zara, back to Scarlett. And Buffalo is going to take this through the neutral zone. Good back check by Ella. Lots of pressure. Quinn takes control. Going to carry it behind the net. Up to Vivian. Vivian sends it to the boards. And we got a pass across to Ella. Ella takes it. Ella sends it over. Beautiful centering pass to Zara. Buffalo had a pretty decent back check there. Now Buffalo's going to carry. She makes it to the center line and then dumps it to get the change. Natalie trying to get that over to Michaela. Buffalo getting a little physical. Up to Eve. Eve carries. Eve sends it over to Greta. Greta now centering. Deflected by the Bison player. Yeah, I called her a Bison player. It's whatever, they're Bisons.
We don't even have buffaloes in North America. Bison's clearing the neutral zone. Ricocheted back in. Eve picks it up at the blue line. Quick turn over to Greta. Greta breaking in. Drop pass to Eve. Loses control to the Bison player. Ooh, nice little passing action there. Eve's going to try to get it into the zone. Now Sydney drop pass. Got a lot of back and forth in this game so far. And that'll be icing on Buffalo. Out for WYHA this shift, we have Vivian and Natalie on defense. Sydney, Charlie, Bree on forward. Buffalo wins a faceoff. Ooh, we got a nice backhand attempt there. Charlie turning the puck. Bree helping as well. Sydney's going to tap that back into the zone. Neutral zone turnover. Now Charlie going up center. Ooh, gets a really nice shot on the goal, just a little high. Back to defense. Natalie taking a shot. Deflected. Oh, rebound. Great opportunity there by Charlie. Taking advantage off of that rebound. We got a little battling at the boards. Sent by Charlie behind the net. Sydney picks it up. Probably going to send this back over to Charlie if we can get free of that Buffalo player. Buffalo trying to send it up the boards, but getting shut down. Goes across the ice, picked up by Natalie. Natalie's going to skate. Takes it up. Sends it down behind the net. Picked up by Scarlett. Scarlett now battling. Ooh, trying for a little wraparound. Beautiful shot by Vivian, swallowed up by the Bison goaltender. We'll get some fresh legs on this whistle. Ella, Zara, and Scarlett on the forward. Vivian and Quinn at defense. WYHA takes the face-off. Quinn sending it deep. Scarlett picks it up behind the net. Going to try to redirect and turn. Up the boards, Vivian contains. Oh, we got a little bit of a trip there, but she wasn't the puck carrier, no call. Ricochets off of a foot pad, or a leg pad there rather. Ella going up the boards with it. Zara battling in the corner and behind the net for possession. Scarlett coming to help as well. Bison retake possession in the corner. She's going to try to carry it up center ice. Making it through the neutral zone and breaking in. Quinn, great back check. Oh, very close. Good save by Ellie. Sorry about that centering on the camera. All right, we got Ella going to the corner here. Light pressure from Buffalo. Vivian taking it, sending it around the back of the net. Just kind of going back and forth behind that net. Vivian sends it back up the boards. Scarlett trying to break it out, but encountering some resistance from Big Bison. And now we got a little log jam there on the boards. Buffalo breaking it free, trying for a shot. Swallowed up by Ellie. Little ricochet by Ellie. Scarlett going to try to tap it up. Shut down at the boards by the Bison. And we're going to get free of the zone. A little regroup. Buffalo taking the opportunity to get a change. Vivian's going to go behind the net with that. Sends it up. Scarlett at the boards. Sends it cross ice to Ella. Ella now carrying it up. Breaks into the zone. Dumps. Buffalo pick it up. And trying to regroup. And we got a fresh line out for the Trojans. Eve, Greta, and Michaela out on the ice now. Eve carrying it up. Making some space for herself. But she's got 4 Buffalo players on, pressuring her. No shot. Turned by Quinn. Offsides Buffalo, but no call. The ref didn't seem to see that. 8 minutes left, P1. Great pace this period so far. Everybody's going to sleep well tonight. Little poke check by Greta there. Buffalo manages to get it in. Vivian is on top of that with speed. Takes it behind the net, sends it over to Michaela. And we're going to get it out. Eve chasing the puck down. Great pressure by Eve. Manages to get it into the zone, but we don't have support. Buffalo breaking it back into our zone. Natalie behind the net, sends it up to Vivian and Eve on the right. Buffalo's going to try a centering pass, picked up in the slot by Michaela. I'm sorry, that's not Michaela. Sydney's out now. Bree giving chase. Buffalo cycling it, trying to regroup here. Poke check by Bree. And now broken in by Sydney. Sydney, great pressure. Oh, puck squirts loose. D-to-D pass by Vivian. Natalie now sending it in. Oh, great block by Sydney to keep it in. And she's got Charlie there with her. We're setting up nicely in the offensive zone. If we can hold that puck in, squirts loose. Picked up by Natalie behind our blue line. Natalie's going to send it across. Sydney gets it, but there's a Buffalo player there, manages to poke check it. Kick save by Ellie. Behind the net by Vivian. Natalie and Sydney are both there in the corner. Sydney's going to send it across ice. Charlie picking it up. Buffalo back check. Cross ice. We're going to try to set up here, but we need to just regroup a bit. All right, now we have Scarlett on the ice with Zara in tow. Great back check. Oh, we got a pile up. No call by the ref. Zara picks up the puck behind the net. Drop pass to, looks like Vivian. Now across. Poke checked away by Bison. Zara's going to try again. We got Vivian. Deflection off of the Buffalo player's stick. Picked up by Quinn. Quinn to Vivian. Vivian sends it back to Quinn. Quinn now up to Ella. Ella's going to work it up the boards to Zara. Zara continues to work up the boards. Oh, we lost an edge there. Scarlett. Ella's going in to the corner. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, nice little redirect there by Ella. Oh, the puck just floats in front of the net. Oh, we did not have anybody there to capitalize. Buffalo retakes possession. Great back check by Quinn. Buffalo player manages to get it 5-hole. Score now 0-1 Buffalo, 4:58 remaining P1.
Keep it going, let's go!
Or, actually, that was not a goal. We're getting a face-off in our zone. Score still 0-0. I don't know if they waved it off because the net was off or if it just didn't make it in past the line, but that is not a goal. Forward action. Greta now. Support by Eve and Michaela in the zone. We got a nice little setup here if we can hold it. Natalie containing that puck. Seals off the blue line. Good pressure by Greta down in the corner. Eve coming in to help. Natalie stepped down as well. Natalie taking a shot. Oh, right off of the post, but great opportunity. Eve going to step up, takes a little shot. Gets a little piece of that. Now back check against Buffalo. Buffalo sends it deep. Natalie's going to pick it up behind the net. Or we got a little pressure. Chaser from Buffalo. Natalie up to Michaela. Quinn now chasing it down behind the net. A little pressure from Buffalo's player. We got Eve on the boards. It looks like two players down deep. Greta and Quinn both fighting for possession. Eve now got three players back to Quinn. Buffalo's got two there. Buffalo's going to try to take it behind the net, but Quinn is using the body well. Oh, we got a lot of chipping around. Oh, and we got a poke check here. Sorry. Easy save by Ellie. Sent long by Vivian, and we need that change. That might have actually been Quinn that got us to change there. I don't know if that was Vivian out on the ice yet. We've now got, looks like Bree, Charlie, and Sydney out on the ice. Natalie and Vivian on defense. Chipped up. Zone is now cleared. A little back and forth in the neutral zone. Vivian's going to chase that one down at the corner. Buffalo trying to set up their player in front of the net. They can't hold the zone. Need a deep pass by Buffalo. They've got pressure from Charlie all over them. Oh, Buffalo gets a piece of that. She had a nice opportunity, but goes wide of the goal. Buffalo's going to try probably for another shot, but Bree gets a piece of it, and now we're breaking out. We got 3 of our players going down ice. Drop pass to Charlie at the blue line. Offsides. All right, fresh line for WYHA. Ella, Zara, and Scarlett on forward. Vivian and Quinn at defense. WYHA wins the draw, back to Vivian. Vivian chips it in deep. Buffalo going to pick this up, passes behind the net. We got 3 players down there now. Scarlett takes control. Ella's out front. Scarlett taking her time here. Well, a little pressure from Buffalo. Buffalo sends it. We are not going to get an icing on that. I guess they thought that was us sending it down there. Got a lot of activity behind the net. Defense taking a shot, flies high. Can't even consider that a shot on net because it's about 6 inches too high. A little scrum at the boards now. Pucks in their feet. All right, and we got Scarlett chips it back behind the net. Zara now picking it up, gonna skate a bit, sends it across ice to Ella. Nice pass. Ella clears the zone through the neutral zone. Not a lot of pressure. Tries to sneak it through the legs of the Buffalo defender. We got a shot down by Zara sent towards the net. Ella now in the corner. A lot of pressure from Buffalo down there though. Natalie sends it back deep. Puck's now behind the net, picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo redirects, sends it to their wing. Wing puts way too much mustard on it. That's going to be icing. New line coming out. Eve, Michaela, and Greta at forward. Natalie and Quinn at defense. Score still 0-0, minute 14 P1. Buffalo takes the draw, sends it behind the net. Eve putting pressure on their defense, sends it back around. Greta now chasing with support from Michaela. Got all 3 of our forwards quite low, nobody's in front of the net. And Buffalo takes control, breaks it out of the zone with Eve giving chase. Buffalo sends it deep behind the net, picked up by Quinn. Quinn's going to try to get that up to Michaela, succeeds. Poke check by Buffalo. Buffalo sends one down to the net. Easy save by Ellie. Quinn up to Michaela, intercepted by Buffalo. Buffalo tries to center it, but Eve picks it up. Ow. Eve's clearing shot, blocked by Buffalo to contain. Natalie back to Quinn to Michaela. Michaela takes it up the middle. Caught up in the feet of 3 Buffalo players. Buffalo in the corner now taking possession. Tries to center it. Picked up by Eve. Eve sends it across and out. Now Michaela chipping it in. She'll give chase. Well, we got a change on the rest of the forward line. Buffalo regrouping. Takes possession, now breaking across. Oh, they got a cherry picker at the blue line. But Vivian is all over it. Oh, they try for a centering pass. Nobody's there. That is the end of P1. Score still tied 0-0. off mute so that you can enjoy this wonderful track. It sounds like a cover of a Journey song, but we'll take it. I don't actually know that this is a cover. This might just be modern Journey. Although the voice doesn't sound like their new guy. Whoever's singing this is no Steve Perry. But then again, is there really any Steve Perry other than Steve Perry? All right, 15 minutes on the clock, start of P2. Charlie Sidney out on the forward line. Natalie and Vivian at defense. Buffalo wins the draw. Caught up in the neutral zone in some WYHA players' feet. Sent wide by Vivian. Vivian in the corner, poke checks. A little battle at the boards, caught up in the feet again. Poke check by Bree. Sidney clears the zone. Buffalo retakes possession, trying to regroup. Good pressure from WYHA. Natalie sends it in deep. Sidney giving chase, forces a turnover in the corner. Good support from the other forwards. Bree's going to try to step up. Oh, they don't quite get there, but Buffalo was all over that. Vivian working to contain this, but there's a lot of pressure from Buffalo. Charlie sends it down a little wide of the goal, but gets it down deep. Bree now over at the boards, battling for possession, chips it into the corner. We have two Buffalo players. They're going to try to send it around to their other defenseman on the corner. Good battle by Vivian. Buffalo's got 4 players low. Ella now at the boards, sends it over. Zara picks it up. Oh, Zara up. Lots of battling in front of the net. Sorry, I'm forgetting to recenter my camera there. Puck gets loose, but we got 3 players all over it. Zara now over to the defense. Natalie up the boards to Ella. D-to-D pass by Buffalo. Scarlett's in there. Zara's there as well. Turnover at the blue line. Buffalo now going to try to get in. Good pressure by Vivian, though, at the boards. Vivian sends it to Scarlett. Scarlett sends it across to Ella. Ella now breaking in with support from Zara. Zara over in the center. Oh, we get a little jostled there by the front of the net. Ella sends the Buffalo player wide. Buffalo regrouping in the neutral zone. Poke check by... I can't tell you who that is. Oh, Michaela. Nice little deke. And Greta's down there to help. Eve's in the high slot. Buffalo takes over, sends it across to their player. Quinn is all over this, takes control, chips it back. That's going to be an offsides on Buffalo. Oh, this must be an entire album of covers, because now we got some Alien Ant Farm, Smooth Criminal. This song sounds like 2001. All right. Natalie sends it over across to Eve. Eve picks it up. She's going to skate it in. Goes wide. Oh. Kind of whiffs on it there. Greta down behind the net. Oh. Buffalo player shoves Eve into the net. Natalie over to Quinn. Quinn sends it. Oh, I like that play. That was a great setup. Greta was down low waiting for the deflection. Buffalo sends it out. Easily picked up by Quinn. Quinn sends it up to boards. Probably a little too much. All right, fresh start of legs out for WYHA. Sydney, Bree, and Charlie out. Can't tell who's on defense. Looks like Vivian and Natalie on defense. Oh, we got a nice little breakout. But recaptured by Buffalo in the neutral zone. Chipped up the board. Sydney's going to chase. Trying for that poke check. Low shot by Buffalo, easy save by Ellie. As easy as any of them ever are. All right, now Vivian to Natalie. Natalie sends it up to, can't tell who that is from here. Bree's gonna bring it in. Charlie picks it up. We got all three of our forwards down. Oh, great centering pass by Charlie. Sydney was right there. We're gonna get another try at this. Oh, lots and lots of bouncing. Nice hold there by Vivian. Doesn't let it skitter out. Vivian's going to step up again. They did skitter out that time. Now we got a 2-on-2. Buffalo player going wide. Easily glove saved by Ellie. Fresh set of legs for WYHA and Buffalo after that whistle. Zara, Ella, and Scarlett out there. Quinn in the corner. Trying to get this sent up the boards to Scarlett. Buffalo sends it back deep. Now Quinn up to Ella. Ella chips it out. Oh, and gives chase. Zara's in the zone. Zara's going to have to get out so that we don't go off sides here. Zara's free, clear. Back up to Ella. Ella chips it in. Zara giving chase. Zara goes to the corner. Behind the net. Oh, puck skitters loose. Quinn going to chase it down, but she's got two more. Vivian pressuring. Quinn up to Zara. Zara centers it, or tries to center it. Must have gone off of a boot there. Quinn's there helping. Or Scarlett, rather. Scarlett and Zara at the boards. Quinn goes in to help in the corner. Quinn now changes direction. Scarlett takes it at the boards. Scarlett will skate. Makes it past one Buffalo, but the other Buffalo picks it up, and then Vivian steps in to get it cleared. Partial line change. No icing on that. Natalie's going to pick it up behind the net. Sends it up to Greta. Greta's going to skate. Michaela stays on sides. Greta now at the boards. Sends it across. Oh, I like that D to D. Oh, and we got some forwards down low too. Michaela sends it back to Quinn. Poke check by Buffalo. Buffalo retakes possession. Buffalo's going to try to send it all the way across, but Natalie's there. Boot deflection off of Buffalo. Natalie's still at the boards. Sends it again. Eve tries to deflect between her legs there. Doesn't quite get it. Held by Quinn. Eve sends it low. Goes behind the net. Michaela, great pressure. Eve behind the net tries to pick it up. Poke checked away by Buffalo. Buffalo sends it to their wing. Wing over to the other wing. Poke check by Natalie. We got lots of help. Bree now in there, helping out. Buffalo's goaltender tried to freeze that puck, but must have lifted their glove just too quick for the refs to blow it. Back check by Natalie, good poke check. And Bree trying to get a piece of that. Buffalo breaking in, but there's four defenders from WYHA. Vivian and Natalie. Natalie's going to skate. Sends it up. Picked up by Charlie. Charlie sends it deep. Oh, sends it at the goal. And their goaltender almost dropped that in. Lots of skittering back and forth and puck flying off the boot here and there. Buffalo picks it up. Oh, easy back check by Vivian. Loses her stick there. Probably shouldn't have been icing because I think Vivian did manage to get a little piece of that with her stick. Oh, we'll get the face-off in the Buffalo zone all the same. 7:33 on the clock, P2. Score still tied 0-0. Now out for WYHA, Scarlett, Zara, and Ella. Vivian and Quinn at defense. Buffalo takes the face-off, goes behind the net. Great pressure from Zara. Going to be a little back and forth there on the boards. Ooh, nice centering attempt. Ella tried to poke check that towards the goal. Buffalo taking possession through the neutral zone, 3-on-1, or 1-on-3, depending on how you look at it. So lots of pressure on the back check from WYHA. Zara and Ella now headed in together with support from Scarlett. Scarlett's right behind. She's a chaser. Oh, Buffalo fires it into the corner. A little jostling at the boards there from Scarlett. Zara retakes control, centering pass. Vivian trying to get a piece of that. Sends it over to Ella. Ella towards the net. Zara's at the boards. Buffalo retakes control through the neutral zone, but shut down by our 3 defenders. Great back check by WYHA. Now Quinn up to Michaela. Michaela. Now Vivian. Yep. Kind of getting some back and forth here. We got a partial line change. We got half of one line out and half of the other. Buffalo trying to make something happen here, but shut down by Quinn. Oh, lots of action down by the net. Eve battling in the corner with support from Quinn. Eve's gonna get, we just need to get some solid purchase on this puck and break it free. Poke check by Vivian. Buffalo tries for it, but goes off of Vivian's boot. Oh, Eve doesn't get any of that with her stick, skates right through the puck. This time Eve's going to try a little bit different. Okay, now she's skating. Skate, skate, skate. That was probably offsides, but they didn't call it. Oh, Buffalo down at their own net. Buffalo sends across. Great back check here. Greta shuts it down. Greta picks up possession, redirects in the corner, sends it up the boards. Now Quinn goes behind Michaela here. She's going to skate it. It's in Quinn's boot, out in front of the Buffalo net. Buffalo retakes possession. 5:05 remaining P2. Shut down at the boards by Charlie. Charlie sends it back in deep. Bree and Sydney are there. Buffalo's wing chips it up, centers it to the center. They stay on sides. Lots of pressure and back check by WYHA. Buffalo trying to stick handle behind our net. Sends it up to the defense. Defense fires it down. Puck goes wide. Wing to the defense. Defense back to the wing. Wing's going to send it. Still wide. Now Charlie picks it up, chips it free. And that gets hung up in the neutral zone on some snow, so it's not going to be iced. 2-on-2. Good pressure by Sydney. Puck skitters loose. Vivian tries to send it back, but we still had a player in. That'll be offsides, WYHA. Charlie, Bree, and Sydney on the forward line. Vivian and Natalie playing defense. Oh, Buffalo manages to sneak 2 forwards behind our defense on that one. Saved by Ellie. Sydney's in the corner. Natalie picks it up behind the net. Natalie now up to the wing. That'll be Charlie on that side. Bree to Sydney. Sydney chasing it down into the corner. Buffalo takes, well, there's like 3 of them down there. Vivian, nice hard shot. Oh, great opportunity by Charlie. Redirect there. Vivian chips it back in. Sydney putting on pressure. Charlie to the corner. Charlie holds it at the boards. We have 2. Oh, here we go. Charlie chips it down towards the net. Oh, Buffalo doesn't get a cover. Their player retakes possession, sends it to the middle. A lot of poking around there in the midst. Goes wide to their wing. Vivian was all over that wing. Zara now behind the net with support from Natalie. Zara at the corner, breaks it free. Natalie now going to skate with it a bit. Goes wide, up the middle. Coming back in. Natalie's going to try. What do we got? What do we got? Who do we have? 2 players putting pressure on Natalie. We got Vivian and Ella. Looks like actually Zara's standing in there for Natalie. And we got some help. This is going to get blown down pretty soon if they don't move the puck. Puck's loose. Buffalo retakes control, tries to go up the middle. But they're getting a lot of pressure from Ella. Sends it across ice to their player just coming on. Oh, Vivian redirects 1-on-4. Sends it center. Zara. Oh. Zara got a piece of that, just flew a little high. Ella now retaking possession. Sends it to the slot. What do we got? Oh, Scarlett takes another ripper at the goal. Now Vivian. Zara sends it across. Ella. Oh, and Scarlett's there. Wonderful play by the forwards. I believe that was Zara to Ella to Scarlett in. Nice play, ladies. Score now 1-0. WYHA 1:55 left P2. And we got new forwards out. Michaela, Greta, Eve, Quinn, and Vivian at defense. Chipped up. Back out. Turned by Michaela. Michaela's going to go wide with this. Eve's up at the slot. Michaela taking her time. Looking for that outlet. Greta's also at the high slot. Sends it to Greta. Greta shoots. Good attempt. Kick saved by the goaltender. Greta at the boards. Michaela now taking possession. Oh, Michaela looks like she got a little jostled there. Buffalo sends it across wide. Buffalo now going in. Quinn's going to put on the poke check. Buffalo trying to get something set up, but their players are a little late to the game. Defense, lots of pressure. Sends it to the wing deep. Wing across the center, intercepted by Vivian. Vivian now going to skate it. Vivian takes it in, taken wide by the Buffalo supporting forward there. In the corner now, pressure from Eve. Buffalo coming across the center. That'll get poke check away by Bree. Eve now going to pick it up. Bree sends it, tries to send it around the back. Okay, back to the defense at Buffalo. Buffalo's defense sends it deep. Behind the net, Buffalo. Picked up by Sydney, sent across. Eve will pick this up and break it out. She's probably going to dump it and try to get a change. Eve dumps it for the change. Sydney and Bree chasing. Sydney, nice tee up there. That was a beautiful attempt. Charlie was right there and ready. Poke check by Natalie. Natalie sends it up the boards to Sydney. Sydney at the boards now. Sends it over. Charlie. Charlie back in. Buffalo goes B to B. And that'll end second period. Score 1-0. WYHA leading. Shots tied up 8-8. Good. What's that? No, they took the goal off for Buffalo. I don't know if it was because it didn't cross the goal line or if it looked a little bit like the net was maybe out. So whatever the case was, because I thought that too, and I called it 1-0 for Buffalo when they put it on the board. And then there was like
just a slight pause, and then they did the face-off down there, and it was back to 0-0.
Yeah.
I briefly thought that too, and I was like, nah, they did the face-off down there.
This will be the start of the third period. Buffalo's put up a great fight tonight. There's still a lot of hockey left to be played, 15 minutes on the clock. If you missed it before the end of the period or right after the end of the second period, the shots are tied up at 8-8 according to the scoreboard. The lineup of Charlie, Bree, and Sydney will start the third period on the forwards. Quinn and Natalie starting for the defense. They're playing Enter Sandman because they know it's past my bedtime. Gotta say, I really appreciate the DJ's choice of music tonight. We're staying squarely in the late 90s, early 2000s. If I drank tea, that would be my cup of it. Turned by Charlie in the neutral zone. Buffalo looking to regroup here. Buffalo sends it up to their wing, good pass. Wing tries to send across ice, easily intercepted by Natalie. Charlie sends it deep. Sydney's going to give chase behind the net there. Buffalo sends it across to their other player. Picked up by the wing, sent over to the center. Buffalo center now streaming in. Natalie's going to come across. Saved by Ellie. Buffalo now pressured behind our net. Sends it up to their defense. Defense sends it back deep to the corner. The wing's trying to take their time. Tries to send it off cross ice. But that cross ice pass did not work. Ella picked it up. Now skating in. Takes it wide. Ooh, nice little deep there. Sends it across. Oh, what a beautiful idea. Natalie chips it in deep. Back behind the net. Ella picks it up. Ella sends it to Vivian. Vivian now right down to the net. Ooh, great idea. There was a lot of players down there that could have deflected that. Zara passes it behind the net to Ella. Ella back to Zara. Zara sends it. Oh, nice one-timer attempt by Scarlett. Little bobble before the goaltender managed to get on top of that puck. So this will again be the forward line of Zara, Ella, and Scarlett, with Vivian and Natalie on defense. Score 1-0, 13:25 remaining in the P3. Buffalo takes the drop, sends it to their corner, nobody's there. Buffalo's player trying to pick up some steam, but a little too slow for our back checkers. Ella manages to chip that loose. Picked up by Natalie. Natalie to Vivian. Picked up at the boards by Zara. 3-on-1. Ella in the middle of the ice. Sends it over to Scarlett. Oh, went a little wide there. Scarlett sends it back. Buffalo retakes possession. Buffalo trying to get through three defenders, but that is just too strong a back check. Oh, we get a little action on Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo really trying to get something done. Not having much luck. Really great back check pressure by WYHA tonight. Sorry, at the boards loses a glove and will draw a penalty for that. So we are now on a there we go. I think the loss of the glove really sold it. That means we'll get a face-off in Buffalo's zone and fresh legs. Line of Michaela, Greta, and Eve on forward. Quinn and Vivian at defense. Shots still tied at 9-9. 12:32 left in the period. Scorekeeper seems to be having some trouble with the penalty. There we go. It is now up. Quinn sends it across to Vivian on the defense. Vivian sends it into the corner to Michaela. Michaela sends it back to Greta. Greta up to Eve. Eve hesitates and shoots. Ricochets off of a shin guard. Nice cycling. Well, it's caught up in the feet there a little bit. Down to the corner, Greta. Greta up to Vivian. Vivian sends it kind of down to the slot. Buffalo manages to intercept. Vivian's all over this. Vivian sends it over to Eve. Eve chips it up to Greta. Greta tries for Michaela, but it ricochets off a skate. Eve picks it up at the boards. Eve now drop pass. Oh, beautiful to Quinn. Quinn to Vivian. Vivian, hard shot to the net. Saved by the Buffalo goaltender, but great cycling there. And WYHA will get fresh legs. I guess Buffalo will too, but only 2. Oh, no, they're going to change out all 4. Hey, why not? Smoke if you got them, right? All right, Charlie, Bree, and Sydney on the forward line. Natalie and Quinn at defense now. WYHA takes the draw. Buffalo quickly retakes possession. Natalie's there. Natalie sends it down to Sydney. Sydney across. Buffalo picks it up in the slot. Quinn back checking, streaming across, sending her wide. Nice poke check, picked up by Charlie. Charlie breaks it free. Charlie's got Bree. Charlie's going to go in, takes a shot. A little high. Buffalo retakes possession. Buffalo trying to break in under pressure. Quinn sends her wide once again. Great poke check. Buffalo player maintains possession, but only just barely. Bree picks it up behind the net. Poke check by Buffalo. Poke check by Sydney. Puck's kind of going all over the place. All right. Quinn gets it up and clear. Buffalo's going to take the opportunity to regroup. We're going to get some fresh legs. Charlie giving some pressure there. Poke check by Zara. Buffalo picks it up. Poke checked again by Zara. Quinn to Natalie. Natalie up to Zara. Zara now 3-on-2. Zara takes a shot. Scarlett picks it up at the boards. Back to Natalie. Natalie sends it. Oh, we're going to lose the zone there. Quinn over to Natalie. Natalie being patient, waiting for us to get control. Chips it up towards Ella. Back out, offsides. Scarlett, Zara, and Ella out for the forwards. Vivian and Natalie out for defense. Buffalo full strength. Buffalo's going to send it across wide. Natalie will pick this up with time. Natalie sends it up to Ella. Zara putting some pressure on Buffalo's player. Buffalo's player going to try to send it way too wide. Oh, Vivian's got to wait. Good little change of direction there. Scarlett looking to stick handle through traffic. Zara there to help. Buffalo retakes possession. Buffalo sent wide by Natalie, trying to get something done. It's there, and it's loose. Oh. And we're going to get a penalty. The penalty is against... penalties against Natalie, our player. Okay. All right. WYHA now on the penalty kill. We have Michaela and let's see, Michaela and Greta out for the forwards. Vivian and Quinn out for defense. D-to-D pass. Trying for another D-to-D pass. Wing back to their defense. Defense back to the wing. A lot of traffic from Buffalo. They're trying to decide what to do here. And we get a little piece of that. Michaela's going to skate it through the neutral zone. Sends it towards the net. Oh, a little bobble by the goalie. Trying to cycle it back up, chipped in by Greta, chipped in again by Greta. Buffalo sending it around the back, picked up by their wing on the boards. Center going right through our player, which I don't think was probably kosher. Poke checked, still a lot of traffic. Oh, we got a lot of activity in front of the net. Somebody's gonna get smashed. If you don't want to get hit, don't stand in front of the net. All right, looks like we got Sydney, Bree, Charlie, Quinn at defense. Minute 5 left on the penalty. Charlie now going over, picking it up at the boards. Skates, chips it out. Clears the zone. Icing. .8:35 remaining, P3. 53 seconds left on the penalty. Charlie wins a face-off draw. Vivian sending it behind the net to Quinn. Quinn chips it up and makes it through, and that's going to be almost on net. Icing. Still, burning time is burning time. 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. Quinn, Charlie, Vivian, and Bree on a PK currently. Buffalo wins a face-off draw. Crusher by Quinn. Redirect by Buffalo. Buffalo going to send it back to their defense. Defense whiffs on it. Bree gets it clear of the zone. Bree chips it in gently. Oh, and we're going to get a penalty here. Womp womp. Penalty Buffalo, hooking. .21 seconds left on our penalty kill. Now playing 4-on-4 hockey. 8 minutes, 3 seconds left in P3. Score still 1-0 WYHA. Sydney at the boards, picks it up, sends it centered. Oh, beautiful attempt. Bree was right there waiting for the redirect. Charlie holds his own. Charlie takes possession now. Charlie shoots low and hard. Blocked by the goaltender, saved by the goaltender. Vivian now sending this Buffalo player wide. Sydney chips it out. Sydney, center ice. Charlie now going in with support from Sydney. Sydney, or Charlie, oh, takes another ripper. Ricochets off the blocker. Sydney chips it in. Looks like Charlie there. Charlie shooting towards the net. Ricochets off a shin guard. Natalie across to Vivian. Full strength WYHA if you hadn't noticed. Minute 7 left on Buffalo's penalty. Again, full strength WYHA. Minute 7 left in the power play. We've got now the forward line of Zara, Scarlett, Ella with Vivian and Natalie out on the ice. Ella chips it in. Oh, nice play by Ella. Good control. Little redirect there over to Zara. Zara now looking for somebody. Scarlett's there. Scarlett sends it back to Natalie. Natalie sends it back to Scarlett. Scarlett chips it back to Zara. Zara to Scarlett. Scarlett takes a shot, swallowed up by the goaltender's glove. I like the idea, though. That could have easily snuck through the armpit. Zara wins the face-off back to Natalie. Natalie now back up to Scarlett. Scarlett sends it back to Zara. Zara behind the net. Zara looking for an option. Back to Scarlett. Scarlett up to Natalie. Natalie to Scarlett. Scarlett thinking about, into the netting. That was deflected off of the shin guard. 22 seconds left on the power play. WYHA 13 shots, 10 shots for Buffalo. Face-off draw to Scarlett. Scarlett to Natalie. Natalie waiting. Natalie picks it back up in the neutral zone. Sends it up to Ella. Ella breaks in. Ella redirects. Tries to chip it towards the goal. Goes off the back of the net. Hard pass over to, looks like, Scarlett. Scarlett back to Zara. I like this little corner play they're trying out. Very patient. Buffalo whiffs. Scarlett picks it up. Poke check by Buffalo. Off the referee. Ringed around. Vivian chips it back in. Buffalo now trying to chip it back out. Vivian chips it back in. Towards the goal this time. Buffalo picks it up behind the net. Buffalo looking for their wing. Picked up by Zara. Little stick handling here. Little chip back to Quinn at defense. Zara in the corner now. With some support coming in from Scarlett. We got a little bit of holding going on. Well, they didn't seem to mind. Ella goes for that was Eve trying for a steep angle shot. Back and forth at the boards. We lost the zone. Eve now at the blue line. Giving some pressure. Greta and Michaela also now joining that line out there. Eve's at the boards waiting. 4:52 left P3. Quinn's going to skate with support from Eve. Goes to the center. Michaela picks it up. Bobbles it a bit wide. Now into the corner. Buffalo's going to retake possession. Pressure from Eve and Michaela. Greta's there to support. Greta at the boards. Buffalo takes it. Buffalo breaking in now 2-on-1. 3-on-1. Drop pass. Failed drop pass. They lose the zone. Eve now putting the pressure on. They send a D to D. Michaela's up there to put the pressure on that defender. 4:09 left P3. Quinn picks up the puck behind the net. Now to Eve. Chipped out. And ricocheted. Interesting. Picked up by Buffalo's trailer. Pressure now Greta at the neutral zone. Natalie defending. Natalie and Greta putting a lot of pressure on. Picked up by Charlie. Back to Charlie. Charlie looking for an option. Natalie's there. Natalie sends it. Buffalo trying to get it up the boards here. Works it to their center. Center chips it deep. Easily picked up by Vivian. Vivian, a little stick handling action there. Sydney now to Charlie. Bree. Bree's going to send it across to Charlie, who's on her forehand. And Charlie scores. That is Charlie from Bree. Beautiful play. Excellent shot placement. Good patience. Score now 2-0. WYHA 3:14 remaining in P3. Charlie, Bree, and Sydney on the forward line. Natalie and Vivian at defense. Natalie sends it up to Charlie. Buffalo gets there first. Natalie now sends it up to Sydney. Sydney to Bree. Drop pass to Charlie. Buffalo retakes. Buffalo trying to head in under significant back check pressure by WYHA. 3 defenders on it. Sent wide and around. Back to her defense. Defense chips it deep. Picked up by Natalie before it can make the player behind the net. Charlie now. Charlie's going to skate. Charlie sends it deep to get the change. Buffalo picks it up as expected. But good pressure by Scarlett now. Zara to Quinn. Quinn up the boards. Zara now breaking in, little stick handling, some maneuvering, drop pass. Oh, to Scarlett. Scarlett shoots just a little high. Quinn trying to contain the puck, but loses his own. Vivian now sends it across. A lot of speed on this game at the moment. Scarlett sends it high, almost to the netting. Zara battling for possession in the corner with Scarlett. Puck squirts loose. Quinn going to pick that up. Chips it over to Ella. Ella now fighting at the boards. Support from Zara. Vivian picks it up in the corner. Chips it up to the wing. Picked up by Michaela. Michaela to Ella. Ella now. Oh, right over to Zara. And it looks like Buffalo was trying to pull their goaltender, but didn't quite have enough time to do so. Buffalo sends it. Center ice. Quinn going to pick this up with time. Minute 9 remaining in the game. Up to Eve. Eve chips up the boards. Buffalo retakes. Eve putting pressure on. Retakes possession. Buffalo poke checks. Now poke checked away by Natalie. Sent deep by Buffalo. 45 seconds remaining. Buffalo trying to get something done here. Too much pressure from WYHA. Oh, Buffalo sends it. Lots of ricocheting. It's down, it's loose, it's right at the feet. Squirts out of the zone. I have a feeling that's all she wrote, folks. Buffalo going to try to regroup. Offsides. Actually, no. That's not an offsides. That's a penalty. Greta cross-check. 17 seconds remaining in P3. Sydney and Charlie out for the forwards. Natalie and Vivian for defense. Vivian going to take this into the corner. Trying to get this cleared here. Empty net Buffalo. Sydney now picking it up. Sydney sending it behind the net. Vivian taking control. And that's all she wrote, folks. Final score 2-0 WYHA. Great game by Buffalo. Great hosts. We're going to get a final shot count.